Hi, folks. I said I would make a video today, sort of giving you like a guided tour of the site. Um, I think I said that anyway. Yeah. So I created some checklists to help you out today too. So if you've just been added to the class, I don't want you to freak out and feel like you've missed a whole bunch. You haven't. We try to keep it pretty slow in the first week. All that's currently due right now is the orientation worksheet, which is due on Monday. That being said, I have unlocked the content for Unit 1, Activity 1, so that you can get started on that if you are ready. But if you're already handing in like Unit 1, Activity 1, don't expect feedback from me right away. I'll give feedback after the due dates, but I've got, I have to sort of keep everything paced properly. So, if you are really looking to get ahead, though, remember I mentioned that you want to take a look at. Let me just see, where is it? This is a thing, you have to scroll down, right? This activity right here, because when you click on it, it takes you to another page you have to click on. I don't know why. Okay, and I'm just going to X out of these. We'll read those later, but for now, I just thought you might like to take a look at the novel choices for our literature circle unit. So I'd like you to actually go through like the synopsis, the preview. Some of them aren't available actually, but some of them are. So you can click on them, take a look, find out what you can find out. Avoid the spoilers though, about all of these books, and think about which ones you'd like to read. So you only have to read one of them, but I would encourage you to have like a first choice and a second choice, because I may not be able to offer you your first choice. Ultimately, you are responsible for getting a copy of the book, but if you can't find a copy of the book in your school library or in your town library, and you don't want to buy a copy of the book, you don't have to, because technically your home school is responsible for getting you a copy of any texts that you need. But it might just be easier for you to get your own copy. So that's why I wanted you to take a look at this now. But this is at least a month down the road. Okay. So there's no rush. Oops. Oops. Okay. I don't want you to do any of the work in this unit yet. Okay. I just want you to take a look at this stuff so you get a sense of what we're going to be doing when we get to our literature circle unit, because you will want to have decided what the books are ahead of time. Okay. All right. So there's that. So let me just go back to, oh, I'm lost. Too much stuff open. Okay. Here we go. Nope. Not this one either. This is awkward. Okay. Back here. Okay. So if you want to make sure you haven't missed anything, I've created checklists for you, and I put links to them right in here, but you can always get to checklists by clicking here. If you take a look at this one, it will show you. Actually, your view looks different than mine, so sorry, hang on a second. Let me view this as a student. Okay. So here's the orientation unit checklist. Now, there are a couple things I want to draw your attention to. There are due dates in here, but that doesn't mean there's something to hand in. Okay. If there is something to hand in, the due date will be reflected in the calendar, which is on the home page, and I'll show you that in a second. I just put due dates in here to kind of give you a sense of when you should have it done by. Okay. But that doesn't mean that each individual detail needs to be handed in. For example, it says click on the content icon to access the orientation activity. You'll find the activity and a worksheet you need to download and fill out. But you don't have to hand in, the click, right? It's just an instruction. Okay, and then once you've done it, you can check it off. Worksheet, due at 11:59 p.m. Monday, September 9th. Okay, so yeah, that's when I would like you to have the orientation finished by. But I know there might be some people who have been very recently added to the class, and if it's late, I'm not going to be too picky about it, but you do need to kind of get this done as soon as possible. So when I say as soon as possible, I mean the Monday deadline is fine. Okay, so complete the worksheet as you click through each section of the orientation activity. Note the sections on the left-hand side of the worksheet show you where to find the information on the activity. Done. Submit the worksheet. And I put a little link in here. So I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible, like step-by-step information for you. And then when you're done, you can hit save, and then you can see that your checklist is complete. All right. Now, the other checklist is Unit 1. Okay. And this is work that is due for next week. Now, for example, again, look and you'll notice that it says, when you open this activity, you'll get some pop-up windows. Take the time to actually read this information rather than closing the windows. It's important that you understand what you should know and be able to do by the end of the activity. If you close the windows, you can always reopen them by clicking these icons. Like not, this is just a picture, right? So clicking the icons in the activity. So once you've done that, check it off. And again, notice that I have a due date for this. That's just my suggestion for when you should have it done by. Ideas and organization note, due at 11:59 p.m. Monday, September 9th. Read the ideas and organization note. Again, nothing to hand in, but I think you should have it done by that date. Reflection, due at 11:59 p.m. Monday, September 9th. Okay, now we got a bit of a difference here. This time there is actually something to hand in, but it's not an assignment. It is submitting a reflection to your portfolio. And I've included the instructions for how to do this. So your portfolio is going to be where you kind of collect your work and you're going to reflect on that throughout the course. You must submit to the portfolio, even though I'm not going to be marking this individual assignment. If you don't submit stuff to your portfolio, you are going to have a heck of a time trying to complete the course culminating task. So just be warned. Okay, so it says read the paragraph. So this, I just copied and pasted this from the activity right here. So maybe I'll just show you. Oh, oops. Oh, right, because I'm logged in as a hypothetical student who has not completed the orientation. That's why I'm getting that message. Hang on one second. So I'm going to go to the content. This is how you access your course content. I'm no longer logged in as a student. I'm in as me. And I'm going to click on this unit and the first activity and go to the activity. Okay, now I got to finish this video before my computer dies. Okay. So that checklist item said that I needed to read through this note. So I read through it. And now this one says, the following excerpt is taken from an essay you will read later on in this lesson. Read it and try to identify the following different aspects of writing: ideas, organization, voice, diction, sentence fluency, conventions, and presentation. So obviously I'd take a little bit more time to read that to make sure I understand it. Here's the paragraph. Okay. So within this paragraph, I want to try to identify all of these elements. And it's basically just to test yourself. So I've given you some questions down here just to give you a little bit more guidance of what you're looking for. Point form, totally fine. Remember, this is just something that's going in your own portfolio. I'm not actually marking this one. And hopefully this is still recording because I can't see my face, so I'm not totally sure. What you're going to do then is you're going to open a Google Doc, pretend it's this one. It's not actually it. This is for a different class. So new document. Or you could open a Word document, whatever works for you. I tend to do a lot of my work in Google Docs, and then you can download the file and submit it. But I'll call this one Unit 1 Activity 1 Reflection. And I might even do something like, let me just see here. Copy that paragraph. Paste it in. Whoa, not there. Paste it in here. Okay. And then what I might do is copy this part. Make my job easier. Okay. And then just underneath this, I'll write down what I was able to find. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to download this, download a copy as Word, and then open up my ePortfolio. Okay. And I think it'll look, I don't know if this will totally work, but we'll give it a shot. Portfolio, just because I'm not logged in as a student right now. Where is it? I've got a bunch of different courses in here. No, it won't work because I don't have mine set up, but you will see your own portfolio and you can add it as a piece of evidence. So let me pick one of my other ones that I have. Okay, add to portfolio. Oh, I could have done it directly from the Google Drive. That's nice. Okay, so let's try that. Logging in. Okay, I'm going to ignore that for now. So I could have done it directly from the Google Drive, but instead I will upload the file. There it is. And now it's saved in my portfolio. Okay. I can see your portfolios. So I can check to see if that stuff is in there. But remember, I'm not going to assign an individual mark for it. That is just stuff that you're going to end up having to use a little bit later down the road. Okay. Now, going back to my, here we go, checklist. Not that one. Okay. And now I'm logged in as a teacher, not as a student, so it looks different. But that was me completing the reflection. Okay. So once again, just remember that the due dates for assignments are right here in the calendar. So you can see September 10th, I want essay questions due. It looks like I didn't put in a due date for submitting your reflection because again, that's not actually an assignment. It's just something you need to have in your portfolio. But the other assignments, if it shows up as an assignment or a discussion post, you'll see it show up in here that you have to do it. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for now because my computer is going to die. But I will do another video tomorrow, maybe just kind of step by step going through all the things that I expect you to be doing on Monday. Okay, so if you wanted to work ahead for stuff on Monday. And just a reminder, Unit 1 won't unlock for you unless you have submitted that orientation worksheet. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you had a great Thursday.